Welcome to the Philippines' premier motor show. This is Autofocus. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa. Here are our features on this edition of your electronic magazine, exclusive to the automobile and its industry.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market. A pickup truck from Isuzu, the D-Max LSE, and a sports sedan from Toyota, the Supra 3.0 L Automatic. Plus a feature-to-feature comparison of two subcompact sedans, the Honda City RS versus the Kia Saludo EX. On Autopedia, we'll talk about reading and understanding a dyno chart. And together with the latest news and developments in the local auto industry, we shall have the launch of the all-new BMW 4 Series as our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus, and we'll be right back after this short break.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower. I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the automobile show. We start this edition of your electronic magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from Isuzu. The pickup war is heating up, with more brands and variants providing buyers a multitude of attractive choices. Carvey takes a look at the all-new Isuzu D-Max LSE.
The Isuzu D-Max has always been in the mix for best-selling pickup. Over the years, the Isuzu midsize pickup has developed a loyal following of owners who loved it for its utility, reliability, and handsome looks, as well as for Isuzu's renowned fuel-efficient and powerful diesel engines. Isuzu rolled out the all-new 2021 D-Max to generally good reviews. Let's check out the Isuzu D-Max LSE. With the thicker cladding, the front bumper guard, and the roof rails, the top-of-the-line 2021 D-Max is 5,277mm long, 1,880mm wide, and 1,810mm tall, with a 3,125mm long wheelbase. The D-Max LSE sits 240mm off the ground on 18-inch matte dark gray alloy wheels, wrapped by 265/60 R18 all-terrain tires. The latest generation Isuzu D-Max may have the most aggressive fascia ever with the bulldog nose for the grille, if you can imagine a bulldog with gun-metallic nose, and Angry Bird eyes for headlamps. The headlamps are bi-LED projector types, by the way, with automatic leveling, LED daytime running lights, and auto on and off function on the D-Max LSE. The turn signal and fog lamps protrude like torpedo tube launchers from the grille's-like slits on the side. The rear also looks a little bit angry with the large double LED rear combination lamps with light guide and rear fog lamps, but very much functional with two-step integrated type body-colored rear bumper, the cargo bed that comes with an extender and a bed liner. Other exterior features on the D-Max LSE include side view mirrors with integrated turn lights that power adjust and fold, rain-sensing wipers, and step cord. The Isuzu D-Max now comes with a lot of the techier and convenience features that make driving and riding a pickup such a breeze. This is especially true with the D-Max LSE. It's got remote car lock and remote start engine functions. Once inside, the driver and front seat passenger get hugged in brown leather bucket seats. The driver can adjust his seat 8 ways. The steering wheel also comes in leather. It tilts and telescopes and features switches for audio, phone, and voice controls, as well as driver's assist systems and a multi-information display. The spacious cabin can seat 5 comfortably. The second row seat for 3 splits and folds 60/40. The dash features soft touch surfaces, an instrument cluster with 4.2-inch electroluminescent multi-information display, and the 10.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system. One can use both Apple or Android phones on the infotainment system through Bluetooth connection or USB. It also comes with auxiliary in port and plays through 8 speakers in the LSE. There's ample in-cabin storage for much of the stuff millennials carry around, and for beverage and cups. Isuzu even kept the storage space on top of the dash. A 12-volt accessory outlet is standard. Dual zone climate control and aircon vent on rear console keeps everyone all cool and comfy in the cabin. The D-Max LSE is both fun and comfortable to drive. The fun comes from a 2000cc 4-cylinder turbocharged and intercooled diesel engine that generates 150 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque. The LSE comes with 4x4 drive, 6-speed automatic transmission with sequential shift, transfer control switch, and aluminum rear drive shaft. Isuzu says the new D-Max has a bigger and stronger chassis with greater torsional rigidity for improved handling and stability. Noise and vibration reduction was also given emphasis in the new D-Max's development. The suspension system uses double wishbones with coil spring and high-mounted upper control arm, and stabilizer in front and long-span semi-elliptical soft ride leaf spring in the rear. Isuzu said this new D-Max suspension system has been configured to minimize body roll, be more stable with cargo loaded in the back, and improve ride comfort. The brake system uses front ventilated discs and rear auto-adjust drums. Isuzu fitted the D-Max with its advanced driver assist systems, or ADAS. This is a suite of driver assist technologies that include forward collision warning, autonomous emergency brake, adaptive cruise control with manual speed limiter, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and parking aid sensors with 4-eye rear view camera. Also added for safety are 7 SRS airbags, anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, electronic stability control, hill start assist, and hill descent control. Isuzu D-Max LSE has serious off-road capabilities. This is signaled by the presence of underbody protection that includes transfer case protector, transmission cover, front and rear skid plates. The all-new D-Max has also improved approach and departure angles for taking on rough roads in ascending and descending trails, as well as increased safe weighting capability to 800mm. The all-new Isuzu D-Max LSE exemplifies the trend from making pickups a very comfortable and connected daily drive, a very practical utility vehicle, and very capable off-roader.
There's a lot to like in the all-new Isuzu D-Max, especially the LSE variant that got everything of the new stuff that could be shoehorned in a new pickup truck. But will liking turn to buying? The sales numbers will tell us that in time. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Welcome back to Autofocus, and we now have the latest auto industry news.
The Volkswagen T-Cross is making waves globally in markets served by VW's global manufacturing hubs in Brazil, China, and Germany. Volkswagen Philippines is hoping the subcompact SUV will make more than a ripple in the local market and is working hard to make subcompact SUV buyers wait for its arrival in local shores. VW has been steadily ramping up expectations for its arrival with bits of information about the T-Cross. The latest press release touts the awards and recognitions the T-Cross has garnered from various designs and safety institutions all over the world. These include 5-star safety ratings from the European New Car Assessment Program, or NCAP, the Latin NCAP, and the Australian NCAP. The T-Cross was also named the following: Best Compact SUV at Business Car Awards 2019 in United Kingdom, Compact SUV of the Year at the 2020 Continental Tires Irish Car of the Year in Ireland, Best Exterior Volume Brand at the Frankfurt Motor Show 2019 in Germany, Compact SUV of the Year by UOL Caros 2019 and Lotto Preferita in Brazil, and Compact Family Car category winner in the 5th Annual Cars.co.za Consumer Awards in South Africa. Manufactured in Brazil, China, and Germany, the T-Cross is now being distributed in 55 countries. Around 202,000 units of the T-Cross was sold globally in 2019. Global sales rose to 296,000 in 2020, even though the COVID-19 pandemic shut down economies of the countries around the world. Geely is looking to strengthen its online marketing platform at a time when signs point to community quarantine restrictions cycling from easy to restrictive with the rise and fall of COVID-19 cases. Sojitz Auto Philippines, or SGAP, has opened virtual showroom portals for SGAP-owned dealerships beginning with the Geely North EDSA in Geely Makati. According to SGAP President and CEO Takayama, in opening virtual showrooms, Geely is following the growing worldwide trend for online shopping, which now includes passenger vehicles. He added that the auto industry must adapt further to the new normal, and opening virtual showrooms is one way to continue serving valued customers without putting their safety at risk. Customers may now shop for Geely vehicles from the comfort of their own homes, he said. At the virtual showrooms, Geely customers can take a peek at all Geely models' exterior and interior features with price and specifications, book for a service appointment, apply for car insurance, chat with an online sales agent, and make an online transaction for car purchases. The online links for Geely virtual showrooms are makati.geelyph.com and northedsa.geelyph.com. SGAP said more Geely dealer websites will be launched in the coming months. Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation has extended its hot promo deals for the Mirage, Mirage G4, Expander, Montero, and Strada. Mitsubishi is also offering a new low down payment scheme for the Mitsubishi L300. The Mirage or Mirage G4 can be acquired with as low as 28,000 pesos all-in down payment. This mini passenger car is powered by an efficient 1.2-liter 12-valve MiVec engine and can average 23.1 kilometers per liter. The 7-seater Mitsubishi Expander is made more affordable for growing families with a low down payment of 58,000 pesos. Those looking for a workhorse pickup that is comfortable on both paved and unpaved roads can drive the Strada home with a low down payment of 128,000 pesos. Those looking for a 7-seater SUV with luxurious interiors, a power engine, and advanced safety and convenience features can drive the Montero Sport home with a low down payment of 168,000 pesos. The venerable Mitsubishi L300 can be acquired for as low as 88,000 pesos low down payment. Autocars Philippines is making ownership of many of its vehicle lineup easier this April with the Deals Made Easy promo. Until the end of the month, buyers can get cash discounts for the City, BRV, Brio, Civic, CRV, Jazz, HRV, Odyssey, and Civic Type R. The biggest is the 180,000 peso discount for the 2019 year model of the Civic Type R 2.0 L Turbo Manual. Honda is also offering all-in or low down payment schemes for the City, BRV, Brio, Civic, CRV, Jazz, and HRV. Especially attractive is the all-in down payment offer for the 2021 year Model 7-seater CRV S diesel 9-speed automatic. The Honda upgrade program has also been upgraded this April. Those who buy any variant of the City, BRV, Civic, CRV, and HRV can benefit from an additional 5,000 cash discount on top of other cash promos offered. All Honda buyers this month will get a free Petron Honda Value Card that can earn them an additional 100 peso bonus point for every accumulated 140 liters of gasoline or 200 liters of diesel accumulated purchased in a month. Other benefits of the Petron Value Card include free towing and roadside assistance and year-round personal accident insurance. Honda also said that the partner banks are also offering low down payment schemes of up to 10 to 25% with 36 to 60 month terms. Banks are also offering freebies that include free chattel mortgage, free LTO registration, and free insurance.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be it fine dining, a romantic garden wedding, a relaxed casual meal, or an important business event, Ilustrado is the place to go. Aside from its famed paella, the Ilustrado restaurant, which is located within the history-laden walled city of Intramuros, is also the favorite destination of food gourmands for its famous callos and lengua and other classic gustatory offerings. Ilustrado Restaurant, only for the foodies.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile TV and online magazine. Here's our feature-to-feature comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category on Head to Head. Aside from pricing, how does a Japanese subcompact sedan compare to a Korean brand subcompact? Let's find out with a head-to-head, spec-to-spec comparo of the Honda City RS and the Kia Soluto EX Automatic.
Premium brands naturally put a premium on prices for their products. Some brands add value to product and add a premium to prices. Some just add to the price to make their products seem premium. That said, let's take a look at two top variants of subcompact sedans in the local lineup of a Japanese and a Korea brand, the Honda City 1.5 RS CVT and the Kia Soluto EX AT. The Honda Philippines website lists the City 1.5 RS CVT at 1.058 million pesos. The Kia Philippine website lists the Soluto EX AT at 755,000 pesos. A 4-door 5-passenger sedan, the Honda City 1.5 RS CVT is 4,553mm long, 1,748mm wide, and 1,467mm tall, with a 2,600mm long wheelbase and a 134mm minimum ground clearance. It's got RS or Rally Sport design front and rear bumper, high-gloss black grille with RS emblem, trunk spoiler, shark fin antenna, 16-inch RS design aluminum alloy wheels. The City 1.5 RS has full LED headlights with auto-off timer, LED fog light with sporty garnish, body-colored door handles, intermittent front wipers with washer, and side mirrors with integrated turn signals that folds and adjusts electronically. Also a 4-door 5-passenger sedan, the Kia Soluto is 4,300mm long, 1,700mm wide, and 1,460mm tall, with a 2,570mm long wheelbase and a 150mm minimum ground clearance. Standard features in the Soluto are halogen headlamps, body color front and rear bumpers, body color power adjust side view mirrors, grille with chrome molding, short pole antenna, rear fog lamp, and rear combination lamp. The Kia Soluto 1.4 EX also gets front fog lamp, turn signals integrated into side mirrors, chrome outside door handles, and 14-inch alloy wheels wrapped by 170/70 R14 tires. The Honda City 1.5 RS is powered by a 1,498cc inline 4-cylinder gasoline engine with double overhead cam, program fuel injection, and IV Tech, generating 121 PS at 6,600 revolutions per minute and 145 Nm of torque at 4,300 RPM. The engine drives the front wheels via a continuously variable transmission. The brake system uses front ventilated discs and rear drums. The suspension system features front McPherson struts and torsion beams in the rear. The Kia Saludo 1.4 EX80 is powered by a 1,368cc inline 4-cylinder gasoline engine with dual CVVT, generating 95 PS at 6,000 RPM and 132 Nm of torque at 4,000 RPM. The engine drives the front wheels by a 4-speed automatic transmission. The brake system uses front disc and rear drums. The suspension system features McPherson struts, plus H-type subframe in front and V-beam coupled torsion beam axle in the rear. The Honda City 1.5 RS comes with one push start with smart entry and remote engine start system. The interior features black and red trim and seats upholstered in leather and suede. The front seats slide and recline, with the driver getting height seat adjuster. The 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel tilts and telescopes and features switches and buttons for cruise control, audio and hands-free telephone with voice recognition and paddle shifters. Also wrapped in leather is the shift knob. Other interior features include center armrests in front and rear, power windows, 2 cup holders, 4 bottle holders, 2 12-volt accessory sockets, automatic air conditioning system with rotary knobs, digital display, and rear ventilation. The infotainment system features an 8-inch touchscreen unit with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, WebLink, Bluetooth, 2 USB ports, and 8 speakers. The Kia Saludo 1.4 EX80 comes with remote keyless entry and power windows and door locks. The cabin features chrome dashboard trim and silver inside door handles. The seats for 5 have leatherette upholstery. The front seats recline and slide with the driver getting height adjuster. The gear shift and 3-spoke steering wheel that tilts are wrapped in leather. The steering wheel also features controls for audio and hands-free phone. Other interior features include power outlet, 2 cup holders, 4 bottle holders, manual air conditioning. The infotainment system uses a 7-inch touchscreen unit with AM/FM radio, MP3 player, USB and aux port, Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and voice control, and 4 speakers plus 2 tweeters. The Honda City 1.5 RS CVT comes with many safety and driver assist technologies. Safety and security features include dual front, side, and curtain airbags, 3-point seat belts for 5, child lock and ISOFIX child seat anchor, speed sensing auto door lock and security system with alarm and immobilizer. Among other safety and driver assist features are vehicle stability assist with agile handling assist, hill start assist, anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution, and emergency stop signal. The top-of-the-line Honda City comes with a multi-view rear camera which greatly helps parking. The Kia Saludo EX also comes with passive and active safety features. These include dual airbags, 3-point ELR seatbelts for 4, plus a 2-point seatbelt for the center seat passenger in the rear, child anchor and child locks. The Saludo EX also comes with anti-lock brake system, an anti-theft system with immobilizer, a rear camera display with static guidelines, and rear parking sensors.
Lately, there has been a lot of vehicle options out there in the market that offers a lot in terms of amenities, conveniences, and connectivity at very competitive prices. Styling preferences, brand loyalty aside, buyers may find it helpful to check spec line by line to see which offering provides more bang for the buck.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu D-Max into new heights.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Motul is the most trusted motor oil of the top teams competing in some of the world's most grueling race competitions, the WRC, the WTCC, and the Japan GT. Motul is the only 100% fully synthetic motor oil in the market. It has antioxidant properties that prevent premature thickening and aging due to thermal stress and guarantees total engine protection. For more information about Motul engine oils, visit www.motul.com.ph.
Humans choose more challenging paths to go up and over our biggest obstacle, ourselves. New Ford Ranger FX4 Max. Live the Ranger life.
Life is about making decisions, acting with certainty, confidence, and grit to create something lasting and big, driving to make a difference. Hino.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. The all-new BMW 4 Series has arrived on local shores. And BMW Philippines took advantage of easing restrictions to launch the new generation 4 Series and its controversial grille, not online but in the real world.
BMW first unveiled the second generation 4 Series globally in June of 2020, and immediately the BMW faithful and everyone else who considered themselves car cognoscendi got into arguing over, what else? The oversized kidney grille. It was obvious BMW wanted to make the 4 Series more than just a two-door variant of the 3 Series, which the first generation 4 Series essentially was. BMW designers said they took inspiration for the distinct grille from the BMW 328 model of the 1930s, but the feelings evoked by a fashion inspired by a BMW from a classic Beamer from the past century were not particularly unanimous. So when BMW Philippines brought in the all-new BMW Series 4, there was considerable excitement about finally seeing it in the metal, especially since the launch was happening real-time and in reality.
It's very unique that we're able to do this again. It's been over a year since we were able to last see each other, no? So thank you for taking time out to join us.
BMW Philippines rolled out the all-new BMW 4 Series Coupe in two variants or trim levels, the 420i Model Advantage and the 420i M Sport, which BMW says was developed with the aim of redefining the essence of driving pleasure in the premium midsize segment.
So today we're launching the all-new BMW 4 Series Coupe in two very special variants. First one being the 420i Coupe M Sport, which is our higher variant. And then the other one is the BMW 420i Coupe Model Advantage, which is our base variant. These two new models come with all the latest technologies from BMW, as well as new convenience features.
The BMW 4 Series Coupe is longer at 4,768mm and wider at 1,852mm than its predecessor. It also has a longer wheelbase at 2,851mm. It is now taller than the old Series 4, but at 1,383mm, the Advantage is 57mm lower than the new BMW 3 Series sedan. The M Sport is even lower by 10mm than the Advantage. There's only a single engine choice, a 2.0-liter BMW twin-power turbo 4-cylinder in gasoline, paired with an 8-speed Steptronic automatic transmission in the Advantage, and the Steptronic Sport in the M Sport variant. The engine offers 184 horsepower and 300 Nm of torque.
The key differences between these two models are basically something that you would see from the exterior. Like, for example, the base model, the 420i Coupe Sport, would have the 18-inch light alloy wheels. And also the M Sport now would have 19-inch light alloy wheels. But basically all the technologies, all the key features inside more or less the same.
The all-new 4 Series Coupe certainly lives up to what many love about Beamers.
4 Series, no? This is basically all about the style. It's for the individual who wants to be, to stand out. The stylish nature of the 4 Series is, of course, every inch BMW, and the driving dynamics, of course, will always be there.
So who will be buying two-door coupes at a time when the trend is all about crossovers and SUVs?
Well, the target market is a young individual, who wants to stand out and wants to exude a certain personality and wants to call it all himself. And that is something that the 4 Series is going to do. And given the way that we position the car with the price that we were able to launch it, again, SMCH car is always giving the consumer the best possible package that we can do. I mean, $399 for a stylish car like that, and it comes, of course, with the BMW quality and the factory 5-year warranty that we offer. I think it's a very hard to beat proposition.
But what about the controversial grille? What will people think now that they have a chance to look at the 4 Series up close and in real life, walk around it, touch and feel it?
When we all first saw the grille in the photos, I mean, yeah, okay, right? But upon seeing the car outright, then we all know, okay naman pala, di ba? Somehow it works eh. It looks funny in pictures and all, but okay. But when you see it, it's like when I first saw it, okay, wow. Iba pala siya. Maganda pala talaga. The photos do not do justice to the car.
But people don't have to take Spencer Yu's word for it. Those interested can check out the all-new series for themselves at the nearest BMW showrooms.
To the viewers of STV, I'd like to invite you to take a look at the new 4 Series Coupe, and this is available in 6 of our dealers nationwide, 3 in Luzon, 3 in Metro Manila, namely in Alabang, in Libis, and in Eton Centris in Quezon City. Then we also have our dealer in San Fernando, and we also have our dealer in Cebu and Bacolod. All of them, you can take a look at the new cars over there. Thank you.
It is great that car makers and distributors are holding press launches at showrooms and dealerships. They are also now holding group test drive events. We should hope and pray that this will continue, although things are not looking great at the moment, with the reimposition of the lockdowns as the numbers of infections are again spiking.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Welcome back. We have more cars for you to know and appreciate as we have our second car review this week. Toyota ceased production of its iconic sports car, the Supra, in 2002. 17 years later, the first fifth-generation Supra rolled off the production line of a factory in Graz, Austria. Does the new Supra live up to its iconic name and reputation?
The launch of the Supra was among the most awaited events of 2019. The return of the most celebrated sports car from Toyota has generated a lot of excitement globally and among local car enthusiasts. When it was first revealed to the world at the Detroit Motor Show, the excitement grew even more, especially locally. Will Toyota make the resurrected Supra available in the country? And the question most asked Will it be even more exciting in the metal? Yes, was the resounding answer after the sneak peek at the Clark International Speedway during the Vios Racing Festival, and even more yeses when it was formally launched at the Manila Polo Club. Many car enthusiasts loved that the new Supra retained much of what made the old Supra an iconic sports car. A little shorter, a wee bit wider, and just a touch taller at 4,379mm by 1,854mm by 1,294mm than its predecessor. The new Supra maintained the long bonnet, short deck design of iconic sports cars. It also sits low above the pavement with a 115mm minimum ground clearance. Toyota also decided on a 2,470mm wheelbase that is said to help allow a 50-50 front-to-rear weight ratio for better handling at speed. The nose cone look is new. There are creases and air intakes, real and Fox. It's a little curvier, but the placements and proportions, if not the whole design, of the LED headlamps with integrated daytime running lights still recall the headlamps of the old Supra. The same goes for the slim integrated lights at the rear, which comes with unobtrusive spoiler, LED rear fog lamp, backup lamp and high mount stock lamp, dual exhaust tailpipes, and distinctive bumper. The exterior also comes with auto windshield wipers, outdoor mirrors with dimming, color-keyed grip-type door handles, glass-type antennae. The new Supra interior is as sporty as sports cars go, with carbon and silver aluminum trim, and seats upholstered in Alcantara material. The dash layout is best described as driver-centric. The instrument panel comes with an 8.8-inch TFT LCD display that can show speedometer, tachometer, and other vital info. The leather-wrapped 3-spoke steering wheel features paddle shifters and controls for audio, phone, and cruise control. The infotainment system uses 8.8-inch widescreen TFT LCD touchscreen display and comes with USB and Bluetooth connectivity, navigation software, JBL 12-speaker hi-fi surround sound system. Adding to comfort and convenience inside the 5th generation Supra are push-start system, dual-zone air conditioning, accessory outlet in center console. Much of the controls for various functions and displays can be controlled with what Toyota calls the Supra Command, which is basically similar to the BMW iDrive system. The new Supra powertrain stays true to the inline-6 engines that made the old Supra so popular with sports car enthusiasts and racers. The 5th generation Supra is powered by a 2,998cc 6-cylinder inline twin-scroll turbocharged gasoline engine. The engine generates 335 horsepower from 5,000 to 6,500 revolutions per minute and 500 Newton meters of torque from 1,600 to 4,500 RPM. All that power and torque drives the rear wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission. The Supra also comes with a limited slip differential. Stopping power comes from a brake system using front ventilated discs with 4-piston fixed caliper and rear ventilated discs with 1-piston floating caliper. The Supra suspension features double joint type McPherson struts in front and a multi-link system in the rear. It also comes with adaptive variable suspension. The latest generation Supra also features wide rear tires, 275 by 35 R19 tires, wrapped around 10JX 19-inch forged aluminums. In front are 255 by 35 R19 tires, wrapped around 9J by 19-inch forged aluminums. For safety and security, the Supra is equipped with various airbags. The Supra also comes with vehicle stability control, traction control, and anti-lock brake system.
Many who have been lucky enough to test drive the 5th generation Supra agree that it has the horses and ride and handling characteristics that live up to the Supra name. Does it deserve the 5 million plus SRP? That boils down to budget and taste. Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
Hi, this is Sydney from Speedlab, and today I'm going to teach you how to look at a dyno chart, read and understand it. Spend enough time on the internet and online and you'll probably come across one of these when talking about performance numbers. This is called a dyno chart, and this is the most effective and straightforward way to prove that something makes power or not when it comes to engine modifications. A dyno chart basically tells you how much power and torque your car makes. That's it. It's very simple. It does not tune, it does not add power, it does not do anything except measure the horsepower of your car. It's basically a glorified treadmill for the car. So in every dyno chart, there's always two axes. One is the x-axis, which is always the RPM of the car being measured. So in this case, it's a Montero, so it's from 2,000 to 4,300. Then the y-axis here has horsepower and torque. For the Dynapack dyno chart, they split it into two. But later, we'll review another popular dyno chart that you keep seeing, which is from DynoJet. So these lines represent the number of runs in one dyno session. For the Dynapack one, each file can contain up to 6 runs, which is represented by these 6 colors. We'll start with the horsepower side. That's what everybody keeps asking, and that's what everybody sort of understands a little bit more. The first run is this red line, which is almost always here, the baseline power, which means car comes into the shop, nothing has been done, we put it here, we take a power reading of what it is. Whether it's stock or slightly modified, it's called the baseline because we haven't done anything yet. Then subsequent runs, obviously the expected is you should get more power, which is why you're having it dyno tuned in the first place or having modifications done. And this is our second run. This is a historical one, which we already did a few weeks ago with the ECU reflash. So from here, you can see the peak power at stock is around 155, which is indicated here. This is our power after reflash, which is 181. Note that the RPM is pretty much the same, 3,400 RPM. So that's the correct way to compare power actually, or anything. It has to be on the same RPM scale. Then this is what we did just now with a full exhaust installed. So we're up to 219 horsepower for this old 2009 3.2 Montero. Torque is the same way. You read the graph here. So with diesels, it always starts off high, then goes lower. But as you can see, we have a pretty big, almost 150 foot-pound of torque increase here, from 312 to 446. That's pretty big, considering, just for reference, your average Civic 6.8 only makes 100 foot-pounds of torque. Most people always quote when they get into these internet arguments is, oh, my car makes 100 horsepower because that's what the brochure says. You are only partly right. It's 100 horsepower at a certain RPM. Like for this Montero, when people ask how much power did you make? Oh, stock we make 155 at 3,500 RPM. This is important because if you look at the chart here at the bottom, you're only making 120 horses at 2,250 RPM. This part and this part almost nobody mentions. And here, towards the end of the RPM graph, you're actually only making 90 horsepower at red line of a diesel Montero. This is the number that everybody's most interested in, but this only tells part way of the story. Because here we have practically 155 to 218, that's about 65 horses. But at here, if we take these 2 points, It's actually closer to 60 horsepower. What you're most concerned about is the area in between the two charts that you're looking at. This one here. This is only 1 point, but you have to take the whole chart and the whole dyno as a whole. Same thing with torque. It starts off big, then gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as you go down to red line. So next time when you want to argue with your friends, you should always ask, okay, horsepower at something RPM. It always has to have that because power by nature is defined as work over time. Torque is the work that you're doing, the amount of force that you're giving. Power is time, meaning how much force you apply over a period of time. And that period of time is from 2,000 to 4,300 RPM. And the M in the RPM is minutes, so revolutions per minute. That's your measure of time. So power always has to have a length of time and the time component in between. It cannot just be, it's not a static thing like, oh, I make this much power now. Yes, but what about a second later? What about 5 seconds later? Okay, that's for the dyno chart from Dynapack. The Dynapack is actually a brand of dynamometer. The same way that you have an Orion brand ruler, you have a Century brand ruler, and a Stanley brand ruler. Different dynos have different brands, but they all measure the same thing. It's horsepower. And then this is another type of dyno. This is from DynoJet, which is you also see a lot on the internet. And this is their dyno chart. As you can see, it's also the same. You have RPM here at the bottom. You have power here at the y-axis. But you have torque here at the other y-axis. What they do is they intersperse it with each other. Same thing also, you can have multiple runs represented by multiple colors. So this is 2 runs. First run is red, second run is blue. So this is the line for power, these two. Then this is the line for torque. Same thing also, there's a pointer here that you can put here and the values here will change. Also, maximum power at, it will show you here, 180 and 146 horsepower at this RPM here, at 6,000 RPM. Then it will show you also max torque, which is somewhere here at 5,000 RPM. So once again, you read it the same way, power at RPM, torque at RPM. And as you can see, when you're only at 2,500, you're only doing about 20 horse, then it gradually gets bigger, 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 until red line. Same thing with torque. This is a gasoline engine, so your maximum torque is made somewhere here in the middle. So some torque, some torque, some torque, big torque, then torque drops off. Now, are there other brands of dynos in the Philippines? Yes, there are. If your car comes with a printout from one of these, it is unquestioned what the numbers are. Okay, so that's how you read a dyno chart, whether it's from DynoJet or Dynapack. And if you go to the SpeedLab Facebook page, I do post a lot of these things. This one, sometimes this one, because we do have a DynoJet also. And with the corresponding explanations, what these lines also mean. So yes, check it out, so you might learn a thing or two.
That's our feature on Autopedia this week. Taking care of your ride was made easier. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this edition of your electronic automobile magazine informative as well as entertaining. You can also check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louie Gamboa. Please stay safe and healthy.